you dare. One step forward, two steps back, I'm here. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Can you see all of me? Walk into my mystery. Step inside and hold on for dear life. Do you remember me? Capture you, set you free. I am all of me. I'm all of me. I'm all of me. I see and feel the evil. My hands will crush them all. You think you have the answers. I laugh and watch you fall. Black-hearted evil, brave-hearted hero. I am all I am, all I am. I am. Go ahead and try to see through me. Do it if you dare. One step forward, two steps back, I'm here. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Can you see all of me? Walk into my mystery. Step inside and hold on for dear life. Do you remember me? Capture you, set you free. I am all of me. I'm all of me. I'm all of me. I am everyone, everywhere, anyhow, anyway, anywhere, any day. I am everyone, everywhere, anyhow, anyway, anywhere, any day. I am. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Can you see all of me? Walk into my mystery. Step inside and hold on for dear life. Do you remember me? Capture you, set you free. I am all of me. I'm all of me. I'm all of me. I'm all of me. Where there's a will, there's a way, kind of beautiful. And every night has its day, so magical. And if there's love in this life, there's no obstacle that can't be defeated. For every tyrant, it's here for the vulnerable. In every lost soul, the bones of a miracle. For every dreamer, a dream, we're unstoppable. With something to believe in. Monday left me broken. Tuesday I was through with hoping. Wednesday my empty arms were open. Thursday waiting for love, waiting for love. Thank the stars, it's right day. I'm burning like a fire, going wild on Saturday. Guess I won't be coming to church on Sunday. I'll be waiting for love, waiting for love to come around. irreplaceable. How did I get so blind and so cynical? broken. Tuesday I was through with hoping. Wednesday my empty arms were open. Thursday waiting for love, waiting for love. Thank the stars, it's right day. I'm burning like a fire, going wild on Saturday. Guess I won't be coming to church on Sunday. I'll be waiting for love, waiting for love to come around.
Hey guys, how's it going? Just gotta turn it down for me real quick. Hello. Long time no see. I just noticed that the sidebar is visible. Yes, I am a professional. Very professional. Most professional person around. Yes, hello. Since I didn't get to do the robot design stream engineer, where is it? No, there's no engines here, sorry. What kind of engine? Yeah, since I couldn't do the design stream yesterday, I'm doing it today. Because I really want to work on this. Especially now that I can actually show, or at least discuss, the approach that I would like to take to this. There will probably be some adjustments. From the sound of it, you guess external combustion. So the quote-unquote off-stream work was going in while on the starting soon screen and just changing the material to ABS. Just so that's a little closer to what it actually is instead of the undefined material. That way, in the future, like when I go to do like mass calculations, it'll be at least a little bit more accurate, considering I think the default properties are close to steel. Wow, that sure is a thing. Yes, I don't remember seeing those bolt holes in side panels. These, yeah, these are like the last things we did before I wrapped up last time. I think it was like I made these and then I expanded these to have like stuff for threaded inserts. Hey, Alex. Okay, so jumping right into it, I'm going to make a new part. So the basic gist of what I was thinking with this was like having the motors basically be centralized, so it's all in the main body. You have beef with every engineer type purely because the engineering faculty at your uni gets more funding. I mean, a lot of people want engineers. I think mainly because they want to increase the supply so that they can pay less. Which is a problem when you come from a family of engineers. Just hate everyone. As it should be. But yes, general premise is all the motors will be housed in like the central body. And then the power will be transferred from there to the actual points of rotation via some combination of gears, shafts, and timing belts. It'll probably mostly be like beveled gears for like the joint here, and then timing belts. So I guess let's think about how I want to hook them in. Because IT in the name, but the IT faculty gets less funding. School's game dev program, which is like its big one, is still using like century-old mocap suits. Okay, are they actually century-old, or is it like just old? Okay. So let's, for now, bevel gears might be difficult with respect to backlash. It'll be interesting to see how they do. Clearly need to be a software engineer. They smell like there. Let's do something like this. This is probably like 15 millimeters. How wide is this? 21.6. Did I just make it a random size? Okay, well, we're gonna make that 20. Nice beefy shaft to support things. And then we'll do like a, sure, 40, why not? We'll start with that. Okay, this will be shoulder beef. Now I'm hungry. It's called pivot joint. And then I want to put a flat on the outside just to kind of mark what the outside actually is, and also give a mounting point for the actual leg. Okay. You're telling me this ground beef? What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. What do you call a cow with 2 legs? Main beef. Okay. And then this is how long? 170. Your fave game is seeing how far into you're telling me a garlic this bread I can get before I get yelled at whenever we have a garlic bread meal. I actually want this to be more like 168. And then like 80. Be much bigger. Hi Shepard, how's it going? Okay, this looks kind of stupid right now. But it will look better, I swear. There's a crow laughing at you while you code. What about you? I don't know. I mean, I'm just very, very roughing things in, and it's looking like something. That we're gonna see how it actually goes. Okay. So this will handle pivot like this. So this will allow the dog to shift kind of this way. Let's open this up and move this Uh, what if instead of just having it be a square, we made it round? Um, how do I want to do this? How big did I make this? This is it's 80. Oh, crap. Um, if we push that out a little more, and then I don't want this centered. I also don't. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna make this tangent here, and then cut out the extra stuff. Do you keep the fact that these parts we printed in mind while designing it, or is it more we make it printable later and support takes care of it mindset? Um, kind of a combination of the two. Oh, what the heck was that? Like I am kind of keeping that in mind. Why? Hang on a sec while I try and figure out what the heck is going on. So I do keep it in mind. Fuck. I think you're on the team. It's your job. No, this is actually my job. But I'm keeping it in mind. That this will need to be printable. And I am kind of vaguely keeping print orientation in mind. So like for example, right now I'm basically planning on printing it like this, where it's extruding like this is basically the first layer. And then this extrudes up out of the plate. Okay, actually, no, we're gonna I want this to be 20. And then I want this to be radius 35. Okay, now hopefully if I chop this up, cool. Okay, yeah, I guess it makes sense. So yeah, long story short, yes, I'm keeping it in mind. But there probably will be at least a little bit of this will need supports. There's not really much way to get around it kind of thing. Oh, I see what it's screaming about. Okay. Sitting here like, why is it upset? Like, what's wrong? As it turns out, it is upset that it doesn't actually have a plane to be drawn on, because it was just drawn on the flat face of the previous design feature. There we go. If we come back over here. Okay. It'll need to be changed, but it's good enough for now. Okay, and then we're gonna take this and bore a hole straight through it. Let's make this like 40. 50. I want a nice big hole. I'm trying to decide if I want to double up on things or not. So we're gonna have a shaft going through here. Yes, I think I am going to double up. How exactly I want to do that is a good question. Right now, let's start with everything being kind of centered and equally spaced. Maybe not. Maybe make this a little bit bigger. Let's do like 80. 70. That looks good. And then cut through all of it. Okay, so the idea here is that come back to this. So idea is that we'll have like a shaft coming in this way. With the beveled gear on it. That'll meet up with a bevel gear on a bearing on this shaft, so it can free spin. And then that'll go to another beveled gear on this side. That way we're still getting our... we can transmit power without needing to worry about like U-joints or anything like that. It's basically kind of similar to like how differential works, but much, much simpler. Which means this side will need to be more square. Maybe I want these to be squares instead. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of trying to make some room for the beveled gears that will be on the middle shaft here. Okay. So we're going to have our power transmission here. And then we'll need... Oh, thanks for the hydrate. Also, if anyone is curious, I specifically removed the stretch redeem for today, just because I think that can kind of have a tendency to make things worse for me right now. I'm kind of in an equilibrium that I don't really want to disturb. Okay. So what if? What if? What if? What if? Hmm. So I think I'm going to let the mounting problem kind of percolate in the background. And while that's processing, let's start on the actual legs. And there's two ways I can go about this that I haven't fully decided on yet. There's technically three ways I can do it. One is here. Let's just real quick draw something real quick. Yep, sure, 10 mils. Okay, so if this is like the upper part of the leg, I can do it where the lower portion of the leg kind of sits on this surface. So like if it spins like 180 degrees, so it comes back this way, then it's like fully overlapping. I can do it where the joint is buried in the middle of this, so that if the lower portion goes too far, then it'll kind of hit a bump and stop. The final option is basically option number 2, but I have this the upper part of the leg basically kind of like a bike fork, where there's like 2 prongs, and then the lower section kind of flip up in here and kind of store away. It's kind of what I was thinking. I do think I like. Just because if it's on the outside, then when you apply force on it, there will be a little bit of a torque applied. Kind of twist these. Whereas if we drag this out and put a hole in the middle, so something like this, and when weight is applied on here, then it will be going like straight through the center of it, so there's not going to be any kind of bending force from this joint. There'll still be some from up here, but I'm not going to worry about that, at least right now. Yeah, let's go with that. So ideally, let's see here, we'll have shafts in the middle. So I give us some support. And then I'll want this section. Do I want the second cut out? So I think I'm gonna use timing belts for this, for transferring the power to this. I kind of want to put 2 on here, 1 on each side, just kind of balance things out. But if I put on the outside, then that kind of puts a big space between the leg and the joint, which maybe that's a good thing. Okay, let's just put a circular feature on here. Just for the sake of assembly modeling. Yep, that's good enough. And we do, it's like a 5mm thing. Hi, back. How's it going? Welcome back, Aurora. Yes, I did just. Okay, this will be the upper leg. This is almost certainly not the final size, by the way. This is just a stand-in. Okay. So what if Guide Dog gonna be the size of Clifford? What if we made this our lower leg power path? So we have shaft coming out of here. This will be a smaller bearing. Keep that supported. And then you're telling me to row boat this dog? I mean, wouldn't that be fun? How beefy is this? It's like 65-ish millimeters. Which is quite beefy. Okay, yeah, let's do... Okay, I think I'm gonna make this like 2 bearings. Thinking if this needs to be like his own shaft, like just solid straight through. It almost certainly doesn't. Let's operate on the assumption for now that it does. Do I have toolbox available? I think I might. Do I? I do indeed. Cool. Okay. Let's go with miter gears. You're telling me this whole Siberian Orchestra is transit? Yes. I always forget what modules. I think it's millimeters of pitch diameter per tooth. So I want... This is excessively beefy. You feel E-code? I don't know what you're doing. Welcome to the club. WWPD tooth. What do you mean? Spelling is bad. Coworker said he was born in 08. I'm never beating the hag allegations. I'm older than you are. This is looking hilariously bad, and I love it. Mounting distance, let's do like 20. I don't... Yeah, but you work with 17-year-olds, so your relative age is higher. Yeah, this will most certainly need to be refined at a later date. But this will have to work for now. The song was the start of the domino effect that got you into game dev. I feel that. Okay, so we got 3 of these. One is going to be up here. Other way. Thanks for the follow, Chapneck. Let's see here. Learned Blender because of this song. Okay, that's going there. One of these. Game dev hurts your brain, but you don't want more complete projects. I mean, game dev is fun. But definitely not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. But, okay, that's not quite what I wanted, but it works. Okay, I think these have... Okay, references? No. No. I want... Okay, this is not going to be coincident. We're going to make it standoff. 15? 10. Then we're going to do... You accidentally said Nyan bread. Well, clearly you need to say it more. Come on. Close enough for what we're doing. I don't need to see this right now. And then mechanical, gear, that to that. Okay. Now here's the question. Does it need to be reverse? No, it looks like it's going the right way. Yep, it's going the right way. Okay. So that's step 1. Why are you such a cat girl? I don't know, that's something that only you can answer. Not the Nyan bread. Okay, let's do... Coincident to that face. And then... Does this have a central axis? Hopefully it does. I don't think I will be that lucky. Can I do this? I think I can. Just can't. Sick. Okay. And then I want... does this have an axis? Does not, but we can add one. Can I not? That's all right. There we go. Then if I... Okay, what gets mad? Why is it not like... Oh, I know why. Yes. That... Let's make this parallel. Oh, nope, wrong thing. I wanted this parallel, not the distance with the axis. And then all that's left is... I think I want top on this. Do I not have that? I do, cool. Okay, yeah, so it looks like the top plane is going straight through that. So if I do this... Perfect. I don't know why this is mad. There we go. Okay, so this is the basic gist, where this gear will be powered by whatever motor we have out here. And then regardless of the angle of this, then no matter what, this can spin and still provide power. So that'll be the same for basically all of the joints. For rotating, let's unsuppress that. So both for rotating this this way, as well as the lower leg, rotating that around. How far is this? This is 10 mil. So if I come over here, Yeah, okay. Then I want this to be 25. We're gonna say that's the OD of the bearing. And then 10. The other way. Okay, so we have a bearing there. I want at least more, because that will not provide support. What if we had a shield that kind of came around this side that had a bearing and it gave extra support on this? Man who sold the world. Thanks, apples. Okay, let's just real quick. Okay. Timing belts. You didn't know Neuro was a MGSV player? I don't even actually know what you mean when you say that. Power transmission, pulleys. Hi, Talarian, how are you? Metal Gear Solid 5. How big is this? Like how much of a gap do we have right now? I can live with 25. Living, how are you? Sound like quite a headache. Yeah, it was not good. It's still there a little bit. But I am managing. Let's say 22mm belt width. Or maybe not. 20 it is. High strength. Fighting Python, it's unclear who is winning. SolidWorks, can you stop? Oh my goodness. SolidWorks is having a freaking conniption. Hi, Jane Simi. put in more white space where it doesn't expect them to annoy you. One sec while I fiddle with settings, because SolidWorks is going to drive me insane. I don't think you guys can hear it. But SolidWorks has a resource monitor. That it's like, oh, like if you don't have, like if something's wrong, like it'll let you know, like, hey, something might be wrong. You might want to fix this. But it just keeps pinging me over and over and over and over and over and over again. There's no end. You guys can't see, like, even if I switch to SolidWorks right now, it wouldn't even show it because this is a different display. Is there no... What belts do you want to use? Just GT2 or something bigger? I haven't really decided. I don't know a whole lot about the various timing belts. Okay, I am unfortunately not seeing an option here for me to fix this annoying nuisance. Can I mute you? Turn off all notifications, please. I spent 5 hours on a bug that stemmed from using int on one of your variables instead of float. That's really annoying. Robodog gonna be belt driven? Yes, that is the current plan. Is that a good plan? I don't know. What's the one it is? Oh, these are super expensive. For 30 prints and similar things, GT2 is the standard. You can get them in 6, 9, 12 mil widths. Let's start with that then. Or at least HTD. Sure, looks good. Maybe not. We'll do... Let's go with XL series, I think. Our grub screw is going to be okay with the torque. I like your funny words. Probably not, but I will address that at a later date. I want to get the general idea in, and then we can work out some of the details. It might even be something like drilling into the shaft a little. Or cutting a notch on there. Let's go Okay, let's look at the actual belts to see what widths we have for XL belts. Quarter inch, 3/8 inch, and 5/16. Cool. Well, these diameters are on millimeters. Or these sizes. Let's see here. 1/2 inch is 12.7 millimeters. So if we did 2 1/4 inch on the 13s. Yes, that sounds right. Okay, just gonna download the step because I don't think it'll work properly as a SolidWorks file. And now if we run back to the assembly, and import them. Hang on a sec, let me just drag that on over to the folder.
Now here we stand with their
Okay,
plans. We fought so hard,
concentric view.
we understand. I'll break the seal of this curse if I possibly
I'll just make this like a 1 millimeter gap. That might get like a plastic wash or something there. I don't know, we'll see. New. What's the robot dog for? Fun. It's not really for anything. It's just I wanted to make one. And I had what I think is a fun and interesting approach that I don't normally see. So I'm like, screw it, let's make one. There's probably a reason people don't usually do it like this, but this is more fun. It's always it's an ad break, yay! But I don't know if you are getting it or not. But yeah, it's always fun to do weird stuff. What's my creative approach? I mean, right now I just have like a vague idea and I'm trying to rough in like the general outlines, I guess, of what I'm thinking. So like if you take the entire like finished robot and then de-res it a bunch, like super simplify it, get that in so I have the gist of it, and then dive in a little once I have that done and work out some of the details. So like for example, Boulder asked about grub screws. So just this single screw that is squeezed up against the shaft. Hi Reptile. Like he asked if that would be enough to hold on given the torque that will be going on this. I don't know. That is a later me problem that will need to be figured out. Why aren't you following it? I don't know, Reptile. Why weren't you following me? But thanks for following now. Okay, and I think one pulley is probably fine. I want to make a new part. That will be something like kind of like this. Like that. Wish you could understand it more thoroughly. It looks fun. Same. I do have enough background to know at least the gist of what I'm doing, but there is a lot where I'm just like, well, I don't know. And this will be shoulder cover. And for now, we'll just make it line up with these temporary features. Be like me, Google half the things mentioned. Okay, let's make this 28. Is this JoJo? Roundabout, yes. I don't know if that's the song, but kind of sounds like it. Oh yeah, I was being an idiot. I want this lined up, not with these, but with this. Oh no, that's what it is. It was telling me radius when I needed diameter. There we go. This is 26. Oh. Thanks for the posture check, Shepard. I was kind of starting to get a little hunched over. Okay, so that's 26 millimeters, which comes out to 52. Let's make this like a 54. Okay, that's good enough. You don't understand anything, to be honest. I mean, understandable. And then you need to do a posture check. You're basically folded over. That's a big mood. Like, just by virtue of being a VTuber, I have to keep at least some kind of correct posture. Otherwise, I'll lose tracking. But it definitely doesn't stop me from just full hermit hunching. Actually, can I just... Oh. I'm messing with the stand on the fly. That's a great path to success. Okay. Want to invest years of your life and quite some money to understand this? Consider going to university. Get everything calibrated and stuff for you to be hunched over. Yeah, if there's something that you want to know more about, feel free to just ask. I can probably answer most questions you might have. I can at least give it a good go. And if nothing else, I will probably need to know at some point anyway. Okay, that is... Let's make it 92. I used to know a bunch of this stuff from shop class, but all information not related to game dev has been deleted from my brain. Unfortunately, I really get that. And a bit of archaeology and cooking. That is 22.1 millimeters. So I want to add a sketch. We're gonna say it's 23 for now. And then you only learn knowledge that isn't related to what you study. Yeah. I mean, who wants knowledge related to what you're studying? It's boring. I mean, engineering always looked fun to you. Tried to build a Stirling engine with some of my schoolmates. Failed miserably in comparison to this. I mean, you say that. This is all purely hypothetical right now. Look, I don't want to be that guy, but you're doing it wrong. I don't learn, I unlearn every year. I get dumber. So my family engineers, mostly nuclear stuff. I mean, it sounds interesting. Okay. So that maxes out going horizontal and vertical, which honestly, I don't think we need to go beyond these bounds. Actually, hang on. I might need to rotate that, but other than that, I think it's fine. Not maybe so, but I'm all dumb. Honestly, Stirling engines are not easy to design or build. They rely on precise manufacturing as to harvest tiny temperature difference. Yeah, honestly, Stirling engines are kind of wild. What is this picture? What? So I was looking up robot dog pictures just to basically check like typical gates used and how the limbs are positioned. And I got this little boy. What? This is absolutely a fake image. but it's kind of amusing. Okay, but yes, I do want it the cover rotated like 90 degrees. Oh, interesting. But no, I'm pretty sure that's how it's meant to work. Like, you're going to tell me I didn't need to study virology for your maths exam. Oh yeah, I looked up robot dogs for a 3D modeling project and saw that. It's one heck of an AI picture. Okay, so this is to rotate. Okay, I think and so it'll be like back here. There's part of competition, so I guess it makes sense it was intentionally difficult. Wish I had more time to complete the build. You only had to glue the pieces together to get the first design. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I feel like if you're using glue, you're probably not going to get a successful Stirling engine. Just because of how, like, precise everything needs to be. But I also do not have a lot of experience with Stirling engines, so I could be wrong on that. Probably wouldn't change the results if you did study virology for maths. That stuff's hard. And you might need math for it anyway. Okay. New part. Sarcasm, never would have thought Ty was such a downer and doubter. Glue engineering is such a big thing. Honestly, it's probably a bigger thing than it actually should be. I said that was gonna be like 10. This, I'm gonna say, is 20. And maybe 15. Oh, this isn't actually tangent. Wait, no. That needs to be like 20 with a 10 in the middle. You knew after your first year in college you were not getting to uni. That sucks. Hang on. Non-rational transmission ratios, let's go. I think you're right. Other labs use glue and it progressively yielded worse and worse results. I think we were happy to get the initial build complete with the lack of tools. That one's stretching it a little far, Aurora. Okay, this is the lower leg. Okay, guys, looks good to me. Okay, guys, what do you think? This is good sizing, right, for the lower leg? Okay, so let's make this, so let's actually make this, a proper cutout instead of just the random stuff I did as an example to begin with. Okay, and then we're gonna make this. Actually, hang on, that's a little short. Like 32. That's better. Gotta go supervise meal service time soon. Do good engineering. Good luck with your mealtime service. This will be not 1300. No, thank you. Okay, and then this will be 175-ish. No, 170. And then like 30. Okay, how does this look? Is this a little better? Yes, it is. Cool. Okay, I actually want to edit this so that it's concentric to the pulley, so I can lock the rotation. And then if I put a gear ratio on this. Oh, actually, I want that reversed. Okay, yes, it's going the right way. And then I want hide this. Concentric these and lock them. So that if I turn this, it moves the lower leg. Oh, is that a differential? Never use one of your designs. Interesting. Technically speaking, this isn't a differential. Like that's kind of a specific thing. But if you look up a differential and how it works, it gives you the general gist of how it operates. Also, let's actually define these.
In other words, hold my hand.
These are probably gonna be like 15 because I want these to be bearings.
Darling, kiss me.
No, I want center lines.
Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
In my opinion, Astrophysics still has the best Fly Me to the Moon version. I'll have to look it up later. It's basically on the insides of one lacking the outer part. Yeah, so... Oh. Thanks for the hydrate. Okay, I'm gonna fix this and then I will describe what I'm talking about.
Forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words,
Yeah, so in an actual differential, the way it'll work is you'll probably have like another miter gear on this side. And these two will be secured to like a very large bevel gear. That will then be driven with the smaller pinion bevel gear. So that this whole thing will rotate like this. Actually no. There's a bunch of crap in the way. But it'll rotate something like this, where these two are fixed to the gear. So these will basically pull this miter gear and the one that would be hidden in this situation. But then if one has a little more torque than the other, then it will cause the gear to turn and cause a corresponding increase in the rotation rate of the other one. Gosh darn it! My minecart got stuck again. Why does it keep doing that? It's on a powered rail. Get good, I guess. But what is this construct going to do for my design? You know how differential works and looks. I was mainly wondering what those three miter gears are doing. Yeah, so if I unhide everything, except this. So for design I'm coming up with for this, all of the motors will be in the central body. So there'll be 3 motors here, one for pivoting up and down this way, one for rotating this part, and one for rotating this. The problem is how you get your power transmission from here to over like here when it's not a straight fixed whatchamacallit, path, I guess. So what this does is this allows us to have a fixed gear at one position. And then if I find the hidden pivot, and unparallel it. Then even when this is at an angle, it's like that, then as this turns, it'll still provide power and allow me to turn, or I guess just the positioning of the lower leg. Basically as if there was no difference in what the angle of this was. Keep in mind that you need something attention about. Yep, I'm aware. But yeah, it's really fun, and I don't see it too much. Shows a little mechanical knowledge you have. I mean, if we're being perfectly honest, this is not the ideal solution for this application. Backlash on this is going to be a thing. Although I might be able to find a workaround to make it less of a problem. Anti-backlash miter gears are a thing. I don't know what the feasibility of me getting them are. But I could figure that out. Could you mitigate backlash with skewed teeth? I don't think so. Like when you say skewed teeth, I assume you're talking about something like a helical gear versus a spur gear. Remember, skewed teeth improve transmissible torque on transmissions. Yeah, so keep in mind that think the Citroen logo, for example. Yeah, these. Sorry. So they are better for consistent torque. But yeah, it's not the same as backlash. The backlash comes from just spacing between the gears, like the actual teeth. So to my knowledge, that is not something that would be fixed by I'm drawing a blank on the names of them, but basically like the different types of like the different geometry other than the miter equivalent of spur gears. There are anti-backlash gears that work in various ways. But basically it's like you have two gears directly next to each other that are like shifted so that you have full contact on both sides and then you lock them in place for your spacing. That's at least my understanding. So I might be able to do something like that. But we'll see. I might also just be able to push them real close together. This is also why I'm planning on having there's like a 99% chance, 95% chance that I have my position sensing on the actual joint in question. Just because if there's a little bit of wiggle in the gears, I can know, yes, this is actually at the correct spot. Yeah, your intuition seems to have been wrong. Your thought was that the skewed teeth would have more contact area, but more area does not help with backlash. Yeah. Um, also, I don't even know if the I think they're called helical gears and like hypercentric gears or something like that. Yeah, helical gear and whatever the other one is. I don't even necessarily know they help so much because of a larger contact area, but because there's a more consistent contact area. Simply because there is a definitive point where things do not like have good contact with a normal spur gear. So the helical gear helps make sure that there is continuous contact between the gears, and then whatever the other one is basically just slams two mirrored helical gears together to make sure that there's no torque or anything applied to it, like sideways torque. Hi Kay, how's it going? Thanks for the posture check. Chapnet. Stowaway dude let you in. Sorry, you have to translate from a different language. You need to look up the correct vocab. Okay. Okay, so we got the general path at least roughed in for this. How big is this? 26. Let's make this bigger just so it's a little less dwarfed. Those were straight cut gears and not helical gears. Yes, more even torque transmission is a nice thing. One of the reasons why the reverse gears on cars sounded loud back in the day. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, the legs feel a little wimpy for the size of his body. But that's fine. That's something that can be addressed at a later date. Okay. This is 24 millimeters, so that's it's like 30. And then you'd imagine the way you designed this should allow you easy scaling of the legs. Yeah, reasonably easy. I think the main question would come from the size of my printer. Because most of these parts will be printed. Which might be fine, but we'll see. Okay, this might need to move. How am I liking my HTD? It's nice. I'm enjoying it. I'm having an issue right now where it doesn't want to. You hear very mixed experiences from people. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm having an issue right now where it doesn't want to feed the filament into one of the nozzles. So I need to troubleshoot that, but that's on my list of things to do. Aside from that, I honestly haven't really had very many issues with it. I think probably one of the main complaints I've heard about it was there was no way to change the like the exhaust on like a per print or per filament basis or whatever. So basically, like if you're printing PLA, it would open the vent in the top front and then exhausts out the back. The idea being that it would keep the chamber temperature fairly low, like keep it from getting too hot, which can really degrade the PLA printing effectiveness. But the issue that some people were running into was if they were in like a really cold environment, then sucking in all that fresh cold air was causing like warping issues, especially on like the edges of their plates. It's not really an issue I run into. My printer is basically in a second bedroom. And I live in California, in Southern California. It's not exactly overly wild temperature conditions here. So I haven't had an issue with it. Also, most of my printing hasn't been PLA. Well, I say that technically it has. But I've also done like a lot of like ABS, nylon, stuff like that. Oh, interesting. Man designing stuff like that for all climates on Earth sounds tough. Yeah. Have I done many 2 filament prints? I've done a lot. The 2 main ones that come to mind was I 3D printed coins for an event we did at work. That had like my company's logo on one side and then like the name of the event on the other side, with like a colored border. So a total of 3 colors. I also 3D printed very large code bug from LE Minibots community, for just in case anyone in here does not know who that is or what code bugs are. You have giant code bug mentioned. Yeah, actually can pull up a picture of that. Gotta yoink it. Yeah, it's a good picture. So very large code bug. My 64-ounce water bottle right next to it. Pascu is a masochistic idiot. No sane person would build their base this way. But yeah, Keurig machine, 64-ounce water bottle, kettle, and normal water bottle for size reference for this several color multicolor print. That is indeed a giant code bug. Yes, it is. Okay. What are the relations on this? I want to shift this. To over here.
Yo, listen up. Here's a story about a little guy.
Yeah, I can stay.
And all day and all night, and everything he sees is just blue, like him, inside and outside. Blue his house with a blue little window.
Did it need to be this big? Yes, it did. For any practical reason, no. But it needed to be large for the sake of being large. Oh yeah, and I also need to adjust spacing on this. 2. 1. How? Okay, time to hide this. Comically large code bug, yes. Yeah, basically the point was to make it as large as possible. Okay, that's a good spacing. How much infill was that? You remember how much that thing weighed? It was a good like 2.1 kilograms. Yes, this is me being the master of getting sidetracked on tangents. You go to open source one day, just need to get prepared for the flight and get your mask built. Oh, it needs to do it on the fly. So I'm pulling up Bamboo Studio with the project file, but apparently needs to reslice it, so I'll let that sit for a second. But it was more than 2 spools of filament. Remember, Tolarian, the model itself, like the actual finished print, was 2.1 kilograms. The amount of actual filament used was closer to like 3. Well, my CPU is doing work today. I mean, it's only at like 50% usage right now, so it's not that bad. Wait, how much oh god. At least not more trash than actual print. Yeah, but that's only because it has 2 nozzles. Gonna be cooking me in that attic. Yeah, with single nozzle, I would not have done it. Are you stupid, or is the singer of the song familiar? So this is Swarm FM. So it's Neurosama singing different songs. So if you're aware of who that VTuber is, then probably yes, it does sound familiar. If you don't know who that is, then I don't know. You have the plans for a King in Yellow based mask, so you can keep your anonymity, but it'll be easy to tell it's me because it's King in Yellow. Well, we now know. Okay. So we pull this back. Early? Didn't know, yeah. Okay, so the idea right now is to have like some kind of gear or something.
Anyone there? Oh, hi.
Like on the inside here. That would then be rotated by output from this. So I mean, I could do something stupid, like just put 2 of these pulleys on this side to connect these. As a joke, you could go in all yellow and see how long before someone approaches and asks if it's me.
Who survived? Somebody new. Anyone else but you? On a lonely night. Was a blind
Thing I will do once I upgrade my Voron 2.4 to multi-tool head with somewhere between 4 and 12 Bondtech index tool heads. Dang, Alex, you don't mess around, huh? Okay, well, what I know for certain is that actually, you know what? I want to throw all of this into a subassembly. Which I think I should be able to do here. Is this not something you'll let me do? I know I can break a subassembly, but can I not compress? And here I am, too dang lazy to finally get your tool changer working and considering just throwing money at the problem, i.e. buying an H2D. I mean, you could also buy like a Prusa XL or something. What happens when you find out? Throw money at Alex and let him build you one. Okay, how do we do this? SolidWorks compress parts into subassembly. But the Bamboo has a nice, cozy proprietary ecosystem with updates that lock me into using only their stuff. Yeah, their machines are great. As long as you don't actually need to worry about like using anything else. Creating assembly, sub-assembly. Create assembly document. New empty sub-assembly. Form a sub-assembly by selecting a group of components that are already in the assembly. Prusa XL is very bad price performance-wise, yeah. Can I get one where I don't have to extract my hot end from a blob of plastics every 2 weeks? I honestly don't know. But thank you, Deso Systems, for telling me I can create one without actually telling me how to make one. Wish I got that. Normally I got a blue screen. That sucks. Okay, am I just running into a situation where it doesn't like me doing this because I am on SolidWorks for Makers? What if I click this? Edit part? No. Not what I want. I think this would make an assembly and throw this entire thing in it. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do it the really stupid way. Sure, I don't know what the in context references are, but we'll save them all. Oh, I know you as the FLM printing guy that posts blobs containing their hot end from Ellie's Discord, so yeah. Sorry, but if you can get your tool changer working, that might replace it. You did not calibrate properly, had poor layer adhesion, and did not wait around for the first layer to finish, and to see if it actually stuck. Yeah, that will cause problems. Okay, so I want both of these open. But this... Stupid way, let's go. Gonna end up with an Alex tier assembly with 5,000 extrudes, aren't we? No. Like, I don't think I've ever done that even at work. We're just gonna come through here and just go bye. And then make this to the origin. Okay, and then this is parallel. First, you want to build a completely new high-speed demon, though that's too heavy to lift due to 5mm aluminum panel screwed to its side, and with beautiful electronics. Or Alex had some strays. Yeah, we love you, Alex. Never changed. Okay, this. What makes we have? Can I do? That wasn't even 1,000. Sure. So you say. Distance, please. Like 15. Yeah, there we go. You're starting your stage in a small dorm room soon, right? Where do you even have the room for that behemoth? The room will be 50 to 70% workshop anyway. This guy. Could be worse. Once made a chair on Blender that could only be seen from one specific angle. Current thoughts are like, if it can't fit, if it can fit in your current room, it can fit in your dorm room. You'd have space for another printer in here easily. It'd also be a bit smaller than your current one. So we're all waiting for Alex to get to his dorm room and realize it is significantly smaller than his room. And just not have space for anything, right? Okay, save this. Alex, please promise us that you don't let your printers run while you are gone. Your room here is as big as yours at home. If anything, you think you have a little more space? Oh, nice. Okay, now we come through here and delete all of this. Oh, crap. This will require some rework later. Why are you upset? Ugh. See, that would be calling lying if I did that. Okay, now we insert our leg assembly. And we can just... yeah, we'll just leave it at 1/2 for now. Flipping it around to the other side won't be too hard. It's just, I don't want to deal with that right now. Man, you're envious of y'all. You did not get to live in a dorm for uni. Uni was too close to home, so it would not have made sense financially. How small is small for dorm? I have no idea. I also did not stay in a dorm when I was at college. I rented an apartment because I wanted to live alone. Okay, I think this is looking good, even if I don't know why the visuals are glitching out a little. Yeah, I'm liking it. Even if the dorm room would be a bit smaller than your current one, you have priorities, and those priorities are extruded plastic. Dorms are hell. You're lucky to have roommates that study the same as you. Yep, super convenient to have people to study with. Over here, the dorm rooms, no kitchen or showers, roughly 14 square meters. Yeah, it feels really small. Are things choppy? It looks okay for me for now. Okay, no, it's just your stream. Okay. You don't think we have dorms? You have various kinds of student housing, but they all boil down to rented apartments. I mean, that's basically what the dorms here are like. They're just on campus. You need to go into the dorms, as otherwise you know exactly how much socializing I would do, and it would be 0 except Discord. Currently live in an apartment for 3 people, but one room is empty. About 20 square meters plus common area plus kitchen plus toilet plus bathroom. Okay. There are some on campus, but they aren't ran by the university as far as you know. And 20 square meters per person. Okay. I wonder, Ty, you do mechanical engineering for work as well. When designing this, are you thinking about feasibility and printability, or are those later? So it's kind of a combination of both. I am trying to keep at least some thoughts about it in the back of my head. But there is definitely a lot of, I'm just kind of just going for it. And I'll clean it up later. You're looking at this part with bevel gears inside and wonder how annoying this will be to insert and all that. I mean, honestly, probably not too bad. So if I go back to this, the way I'll probably do it is print it something like this. This will probably be flat instead of having these bumps. Then I can print up this way, and then I can maybe just go through with like a drill or something and just kind of clean up the holes if I need to. But then I can drop the Mitigers on this side over here. Just kind of drop them in. Maybe already have the axle inserted, probably. I don't know, we'll see. Then I can hold one miter gear in here, slide axle through, put another one in, slide the rest of the way through. And then I can just kind of put the other one in there, and then actual holding of if I do the actual holding of these two gears will this one will have a bearing here to help it, but there'll also be stuff outside, and then this one will be held in place entirely outside over here. So installing I don't think will be too bad. I initially refused this room because of COVID and have to be on campus for more than a day a week, so it'd have been a bit of a waste of money. It was very short notice. Someone else got the room. They died of a heart attack. You got offered the room again. Now you have a great room. Yeah, that is certainly a way. That is not how I was expecting that story to go. I'm gonna put the origin of this here. I think. No, maybe. Why is it mad? Okay, it was fake mad. SolidWorks was just having a fit to have a fit. Cool. Love to see it. Distance from this was what? Okay, so still 15. And just a little bit of rotation to make sure everything is lined up more or less correctly. Okay. Just remembered your coding. Not sure what you were doing specifically though. Then again, your roommate was a little surprised during dinner when he found out only 2 cars exploded next to the building these past 4 years. Reptile, are you good? Oh, I remember I was testing forced weight feature. Are exploding cars common where you're from? Or where you are? Also just remembered my current room is around 12 square meters, and I hope my dorm room would be like 16 up to 20. So I should have no space issues. At least at first. However, as you plan to stay there till you get your master's around 5 years, we'll see what kind of stuff I build over that time. happened quite recently and one's 1.5 years back. I mean, that sounds a little problematic to me. I don't know about your thoughts, but that seems like a bit much. Also, here is Lord Codebug. Yeah, model about 2.1 kilograms, and only 2,700 total. So there's only 350 flush, 100 support, and 150 on the tower. So it wasn't too bad. Also, only 10% infill. I think it probably had a lot more heft to it because of interlocking. What do they even call them? Beam interlocking. So these like different colors and filaments are actually mechanically locked together instead of just relying on like them being the same material and just sticking together by the same process that any other, like the actual layer lines stick together. Yeah, these will, even if these were completely dissimilar materials that did not stick together at all, these would still stay together. So that did not help with the weight. You're a bit shaken, but doesn't cause any problems besides being rudely awakened at night by a loud bang. So is it that the exploding cars actually don't cause any problems? Or are they just problems that you don't have to deal with? Because I feel like, so just a guess, but I feel like exploding cars are going to cause a problem for at least someone. I think you need to finish some stuff. You said you would push to your GitHub today. It's nearly midnight and you gotta go to sleep. Gotta go to sleep early today for real, for real. Well, they burn down, but I don't have a car. It doesn't catch the building on fire. Yeah, Aurora, work does have a tendency to be tiring. Gotta go lock in for a bit. Thanks, Alex. Good luck with whatever you're working on. So only 3 a.m. today then. Okay. What I said is the center to center distance of these again? 50 millimeters. And then this is... Okay, if we do... I'm doing a spur because I don't really want to deal with the helical gears right now. Number teeth, let's say like 50 again. No, hang on. I'm still modifying this. Surrounded by children, both campers and coworkers. And then you gotta wake up at 8 a.m., so probably before 1. It's probably not a bad idea. You leave for 5 minutes to make yourself a sandwich. And I hear stuff about exploding cars. What the heck? Oh, my gunpowder storage is getting full. Better get that paper crafter up and running. Yes, it is all Reptile's fault. They keep calling me Gam Gam. Are you okay? How did you go to a Union Live GTA server? Brilliant. Now you look at the clock. You have to get up at 4:30. It's midnight. At this point, just stay up. Is there... There should be a way to edit this. You need instant bedtime. You did that yesterday? That's... What's one more day? I stay when it gets to less than an hour and a half. Yeah. Oh, there's a toolbox. Module like 1. Dang it. That's fine. Get bonked, everyone. Why am I getting bonked? It's only like 6 o'clock. Where is... Oh, face width. I think that's... Yeah, okay. Sure, let's say that. It may not sound like it, but you like sleeping. If I do that. And do something like that. This is like actually... That's actually kind of close. You're 51. You dreamed you bombed your exam and got left out of the atrium. Yeah, I assume they're talking about failing the exam, Tolarian. Alright, so that's not great. Spacing, but it'll work. I'm Actually, I think these should have 15 millimeter pitch diameters. Should line up great. Okay. So theoretically, those are perfect. And then I want this to actually be coincident with what? No. Cancel. Um, that works. Not ideal, but I can fix it. And then we suppress this. No. Who is? Okay. Edit this. Wait, no, I want to keep that. That's fine. Eh. I want it like that. Oh, hydrate. Thanks for the hydrate, Cogs. Okay, if we unhide all the stuff. What I set for this, like 9, so I want that to be 10. And then did I already do a locked concentric? Nope. Okay, so we're gonna fix that. And that needs to move. So it is concentric to this. And the rotation is locked. That way if I turn this, it should... If I actually did the thing. Mates with gear mates. Okay, and now if we rotate this, it moves it. Cool. So mechanically, we have this working. Honestly, it actually seems to work decently well. Every day is leg day. Yep. Once you build this crafter, you'll have 100% automatic rocket farming setup, but it's so boring to build. I mean, honestly, one of the fun things I didn't even think about is because of how this is set up, technically I have a virtual 4-bar set up in this system. So the angle of this, of the lower leg, does not change unless I actually like turn the gear for it. You thought let's make a modular base, but building the same module more than once, the creative world is design is a pain. Yeah. Huh. I wasn't even thinking about that. That's actually kind of sick with the 4-bar. Wait, you did not follow. You have what? Okay, so I guess first question is, are you aware of what a 4-bar linkage is? Because that depends. Okay. If we yoink back over the Chrome. So a 4-bar linkage, where's a good one? The idea is that it will keep the angle the same. Four-bar armature, maybe? So leg is basically parallelogram, but two sides are actually a belt, right? Yeah, the foot keeps its angle. I'm having trouble finding a good image of it. But basically a 4-bar linkage is you would have, I'll come over here. I'm trying to think of how exactly to describe it. Partially because I'm trying to remember what it looks like exactly myself. But basically the point of a 4-bar linkage is that if you have a quick pop in, did you see the cell assembling robots from, I think, Cambridge? Really interesting. I haven't. But yeah, basically it'll keep, like, as you move that arm, it'll keep whatever's on the end of it pointed the same direction. This does the same thing, where basically the belt here makes it so that if this, like, this gear is held in position, then as this one turns and this moves, then this pulley is moving the same amount, meaning that the angle of this leg relative to this position basically does not change. It stays fixed until I actually turn this. Oh, it helps if I actually go back to the thing I'm looking at. Yeah, so I'm in here messing with the model, and you couldn't see it because Chrome, because I am a professional. Yes. You saw there's a 4-bar linkage simulator website. Yeah, I haven't looked at it, so I'm not sure, but I'll try and find an example, like a good example of what I'm talking about, and I can send it to you. It's nice. You wonder if you want to go for feet then instead of generic ball-shaped feet. Honestly, I'm just gonna go for the balls, just because it makes things so much simpler, from both a mechanical perspective and from like control and dealing with different terrains. Yes. I was gonna say, I don't know what you were saying in the first message there, Kay. But self-assembling nanites for Robot Dog win. When we get nanites. Period. Feet would allow more stability when idle, you imagine. I don't know if they would. Yeah, it would be a lot more difficult than everything else. Gave all my coworkers Pepsis, and that coworker asked if I shook hers. Like, no, but you're right, I should have after she walked in on me yelling at a children's game live on the internet last night. What? Anyways, bye. Goodbye. Now I have to be so cool for everything. Should have shaken her Pepsi. Okay, so we got the gist of that in. Cheap put Mentos in there, that will be a surprise. Okay, by the way, what is that song, Neuros? It's What Did the Fox Say? Or What Does the Fox Say? I mean, strictly speaking, it's The Fox by Ylvis. Okay, I think... You hope you can't, just like invasive neural interfaces for brain-machine communication. Yeah. Speaking for yourself, I would be one of those freaks that would let them get digitized. Okay, what do we want to work on next? I think I have the general approach to the legs sorted. Okay. Well, I think I'm at a point where I kind of need to like figure out what motor I want to use, and if there's like some actual like work that needs to be put in behind the scenes. The clock ticks, by the way. Final buy. So I think I am actually also going to be following Kay and calling it for the day. I'm just going through and setting the material as ABS. Just so we can kind of go in and go, just out of curiosity, how heavy is this? Okay, evaluate mass properties. 10.5 kilos, not too bad. 23 pounds. Honestly, that's about what I was thinking. Honestly, this looks sick once. Yeah, this is gonna look sick. But anyway, I think that's gonna be it for today. So yes, very promising. Thank you all for coming. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. You like the X profile? This is very nice. It may end up being more of like a... The general profile might change a little bit. Either the shoulders getting pushed out more, or this becoming more of like a... Like, instead of the bars being like a square, being more of a rectangle, so it's spread out more. Just to give a little more room on the internals for like motors and stuff. That I'm kind of playing by ear right now. We'll have to see. Anyway, looking into who to raid. We can raid into Bo for his birthday stream. Also Lena, server. Anyone have any preferences for who we raid into? Democracy, my specialty. Here, let's do this. Give me a poll. Actually, you know what? I agree with that. Doggo raids Doggo. I'm on board with that. Okay. You know what? Comfy Sunday with your dog? Yes, it was a comfy Sunday with my dog. So we shall raid into Cerber then. But yeah. Thanks guys for stopping by and hanging out. If you guys want to come up with a raid message, I'll leave that up to you. But yeah, I had fun. I'm gonna do a little bit of work on this, just kind of outside of stream. Robodog raids the Infernal Dog. Works for me. But yeah, I have some ideas for motors, but now that I have some at least roughed in specs, I can start looking at what kind of torque is needed to lift this, kind of make sure that everything will work together. And yeah, just make sure that the motor is properly spec'd and not just like, oh yeah, this motor will work, and then go to install and it's just, nope, not works at all. Can't even lift itself up. But yeah, I will see you guys over there, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day. 6, 5, 4, 3. Countdown almost done. Thanks for stream time. Bye bye. Till next time.